Black women are evil as hell because for people to be saying to me as a black woman, oh, you need to go and get a job. First of all, if I was a white woman who had been poisoned in the facility pregnant, nobody wouldn't be talking about, oh, that white woman needs to go get a job. They'd be talking about, oh, let's get her a doctor, let's get her some help, let's get her some legal help. But yet, all people have done since I've been out of the jail was sex traffic me. They knew when I was in the jail that I was protecting myself and my son when I got arrested. So the white women in the jail asked me at a group, when I went to a group, what are your plans? And I said to go to the shelter and give me a job when I get out so I can save enough money for my son. So in Texas, they decided not to let me in the shelters and they sex trafficked me. And then I had to run out here. And like I was saying about the women in my family, that is very wicked. And I pray to God that he bless me with some money, amount of money, to where I don't never have to have nothing to do with the women in my family. Because when I was released from that jail, nobody shouldn't have been opening up their mouth talking about, oh, do Andrea got a job? Do she got a job? That is evil and that is jealousy. Because they knew that I was pregnant and they knew what them white people did to me in that jail and they knew that I needed help. While you over there talking about, do I got a paycheck? Talking about, oh, you work just as hard. I don't care how many abortions you done had. My baby is not dead. So like I was saying, I'm just done. I don't want nothing else to do with them at all. Excuse me. Like I was saying, I don't want nothing else to do with them because that's how black women treat one another. When I got out of that facility, it should not have been no, oh, because Shannara was like, oh, do you got a job yet? When I called Shannara. First of all, you knew that them white people was poisoning me and you knew that I was pregnant in the back of that jail. So you shouldn't have been asking me, oh, do I got a job yet? You should have been asking me what is there that you could do to try to help me. But black women so fucking evil. You want to try to ask me, do I got a job? Knowing that this white man was abusing me and my child, and then I was not smoking. Until they started denying me medical care knowing that I was pregnant. And that's when I started smoking because that's psychological abuse and it's abuse, period. And it's not going to get better. This is why I'm calling my sisters from Africa to come out here because these white people poisoned me in the back of the Montgomery County Jail in Conroe, Texas. And these black women ain't did nothing to stand up for me but try to have something bad to say about me since I've been released. And that's not helping me. I need somebody who's going to stand up for me and help me. And my family is not doing that. When I was released, like I said, if I was a young white woman, do you think that the society would have been saying, oh, let her go get a job with that baby still in her? But you're going to do it because I'm black, right? You and Nakisha were together. And then there's so much jealousy in the black community that these other black women would, because you've been abused. You want to see something bad happen to somebody else and their kids too? I'm not in the state to where I can work like that. There are certain things that I'm trying to do to where my body can do it. But certain things is too strenuous on my body. And I shouldn't even have to go through that. I should have medical care and I have a lawsuit. And I want to sue these people for the cost of my apartment. I want to sue for my legal fees. I want to sue for my medical costs. I want to sue for the fact that now I need to leave the country with my child. I want to sue for the distress and everything that it put on my body and my child. I want to sue for the fact that I was sex trafficked because the state didn't have enough nerve to put me into a domestic violence shelter knowing that I had to shoot a gun. If I had to shoot a gun and you saw that my family left me in there to let y'all poison me for 10 months, then you know I didn't have nobody and you made me lose my apartment. So you should have at least made sure that Andrea Jones had a spot at a domestic violence shelter in Conroe, Texas, because that's where I shot the gun and that's where y'all dropped the charges. So being that that was such a high profile case, y'all should have made sure that as a victim of a high profile case where I had to shoot a gun, that you should have made sure that I had somewhere to sleep when I was released because you made me lose my apartment. And it caused me to be sex trafficked and I want to be compensated for that. And I want to be compensated for all this time that I've been pregnant and that people been lying and denying my pregnancy and then trying to have me working and then talking about, oh, nigga, you just ain't got a job. You don't want to work this, that, and the third with all the stress that's been put on my body. I've been poisoned and tortured in the facility for 10 months while I was pregnant. And all people could try to do is say I don't work hard enough. If there is anybody out there who would like to take up my case, Please take up my case because these black men out here are still trying to sex traffic me. And I'm still not getting no help from the African American women in the community. And it's so stressful that I'm smoking cigarettes and I am pregnant and I am asking for somebody to come out here and help because they are very wicked. And over here talking about, oh, she needs a job. And then Cynthia Olvera is trying to extort me for child support money when she should not even have my child. So I would not get any of that money anyway. Because the last job that I worked at, they took the money from my check. I did not have any money on that check. This is why I'm trying to do the day labor, and I cannot do construction. My body cannot take that.
We're going to do that when we come back after this.
Now I'm trying to do some hair and something that I can do to where I can sit down and be able to do that. But it's still ridiculous that people still want to lie. So like I was saying about the whole blood ritual thing and sacrifice that my family and the community is trying to do because the baby is still in me. So you can lie all you want. You can try to put me off on shelters and say, oh, she needs to get a job. But the fact is, y'all still did this to me in this facility. You can say I smoked all the weed, cigarettes you want to say I smoked since I've been out of jail. You can try to have niggas soliciting me and giving me drugs, all the fuck you want. It does not take back what them white folks did to me in that facility. It does not take back from the fact that me and my baby was in that community not bothering nobody.